Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first Mike Daggs Reviews podcast. I'm so proud to be doing this. This is something I've been working on for a long time, and this is exactly how I want to do things. So if you're joining me from Facebook or listening in through YouTube, or if you come across this on Castbox, I got to get that down, Castbox, or iTunes, or if you're listening in the future when I finally made it big and rich and famous and you're coming back to listen to the very first episode, thank you. Either way, I just want to get some stuff out of the way. The contest is still going on, so if you share, like, comment on anything I post from this page, you will be automatically entered to win a $25 gift card to AMC or a $50 gift card for Visa, so you can go buy anything you want. This is the end of the show, but I'm bringing you back to the beginning of the show, so a little sneak peek here. Ooh. If you want to I'm going to leave the link to Castbox. Castbox is a podcasting app. It's 2018. Everybody listens to podcasts. So if you want to do me a favor, download that app because it's got all the podcasts you want to listen to. I mean, it's awesome. I listen to How Did This Get Made on there. I listen to a football show one. It's just the better way of listening because you can close the app out. You don't have to sit there with your phone on you, burning up your battery. It plays in the background like music does. So if you want to go do that, my page is Mike Daggs Reviews. So follow, subscribe to that. It drops episodes. I'm not sure how, we're figuring it out, but this first episode will 100% be there. So those help me out more because that's where the revenue's from, people. That's where it's at, baby. Because if I can get a little bit of scratch and dinero, better content, better guests, better stuff comes from all of it. So thank you guys. This, like I said, this is the very first podcast. So joining me for my first guest, I thought it was only fair if I brought in Matty DeRosa.
That's right, baby.
What's going on, man?
All day, every day, 7 days a week, baby.
Yeah. So my whole content creating thing started back when we decided to do Mike and Matty live.
Yep.
Like we just grabbed the cell phone and we're like, "Yo, let's go live," and like no one was doing it like we were.
Because a lot of people will say like, "Oh, if I had a camera following me all day, how like raw would that content be?" Yeah. And then we were just like, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just have I mean, we obviously watered it down a lot, but
yeah. Well, so we had the first one there. It wasn't even like a Mike and Matty live. You just went live on your phone, and I still have that video on my gig terabyte thing. Yeah. That it's just like raw and uncut. That was when I think that Al took a shot and like spilled it, or he like spit it on somebody or something.
Yeah.
But I still have that, and from that idea...
Oh, was that when he was telling me that I take a...
Yeah,
that I can't take shots?
Yeah. I believe that's what that's from. And we just put your camera in the corner and just let it go live. Those were wild times.
I was like, how does that feel? I had to really like emphasize on it and make him realize how bad he just messed up. Yeah, you just... Like, how does that feel? You just told me I can't take a shot.
And then you just spit a shot over like 6 people.
All over everybody.
But no, so we did that, and then we were just like, we should just do this once a week and just go live and let people, jump in on conversations with us.
Then we had Jerry. He only lasted.
Jared. Yeah, it was supposed to be. It was like Mike, Matty, and Jared are live or something. Yeah. And then I kind of realized, like, well, so that's kind of brings me to the point of like why I've just decided to start a podcast on my own and just bring people into it. It's because it's hard to get everybody together to do stuff. Something like this is easy, and I really wanted to do something weekly. That's why I started that whole Friday finale thing. And I don't know, the context of like just the podcast is a little bit better than having the video because it's less editing for me. I don't have to worry about like I don't care what I look like on camera, really. It doesn't bother me. But if I just want to be in like a tank top and sweatpants or whatever, just chilling, it's a lot easier. And it's a lot less pressure for other people because like you and I are comfortable. I'm comfortable on camera.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Sometimes my hair is really crazy.
yeah,
and
mine
I'm
too.
like I haven't gotten a haircut in like a month.
Yeah, so
like,
it's just
my crap is everywhere. I'm like, but doing the podcast, it's like I don't gotta worry about my hair.
Exactly.
I don't have to get a haircut for like 3 months
and like eventually
and just chill here, and y'all don't even know. I may
look
sound
like a
good.
Neanderthal.
Yeah. Wait till you see me.
So yeah, no, it's a lot less pressure for anybody else because some people really don't want to be on camera like that. And I figured I
feel like there's a lot of people that are like camera shy.
I have a lot of guests lined up already that I know half of them are like, oh, I'll be on camera. So this is just an easier thing. But yeah, no, so back to, like I was saying, the Mike and Matty live thing. We did that for we did like 30 episodes of that.
We did.
We were solid. And that was like every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. That was like,
Hey, man, salute to you.
It was a struggle sometimes.
You were on time every time.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun doing it. It's just that life kind of got in the way to the point where it was like, I started like being like, oh crap, I gotta make sure I do everything. And
yeah, you could be caught up with something else and be like, oh, I gotta
and then it's
be
like you miss
know?
one episode, and then it's like, yeah.
And also getting down to DW at that time, I'm sure was like, because I know that traffic over there can get congested a lot.
Yep.
Sometimes you just wish
and
you
then
had
bringing
some
everything
was like
setting up in my house for a freaking podcast alone is like this is a setup here. We got mic stands, we got mics. We got
and it's very nice in case
in.
if any of you were wondering.
Yeah,
he does it right.
Yeah, keep it nice and well.
Too legit to quit.
I originally, because this was originally for video, so I have stuff here to look for video. Now it's not, so it's kind of ruined my setup. But
hey, man, you got some trophies in here though.
Yeah,
man, you got some accolades.
I got some stuff going on here. I got best live show on a Wednesday night. The award we won.
Okay,
Mike and Matty live best Facebook live show. No, but people still do. I just saw, like I said, I try not to name drop anybody unless they know and like they're cool with me name dropping it. But I saw somebody today and she was like, "Oh, you still doing that video stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm actually Maddie's coming over. I'm starting a new thing tonight." And she's like, "Oh my," she's like, "My son loves watching it." I'm like, "What?" Like it's just weird.
Really?
Like, and it's weird because like people that I didn't think would like listen to it or watch anything are the ones that come up to me and say stuff like, and I'm like, like my friend, half our friends don't even like. They're like, "Oh, I didn't see it."
Yeah.
But
oh
then,
yeah,
like,
I saw you guys for like 3 seconds, and then like y'all are cool though.
But then other people like,
yeah, I used to run into people over at I'd be at a bar and then people would come out to me like, "Oh my god, that's so funny." And I would be like, they'd be asking, when are we filming again? When are we doing another show? All this and that kind of stuff. So it was really cool to know that, people actually appreciated it.
And
what
it was
that?
What? Yeah. So it was fun times. It was good knowing like people coming up to you and being like, "Oh yeah, I watch it. It's cool." Like that's one of the best things that I find about recording stuff is when like people I don't really expect to like say anything are like, "Oh, I watch your shit," and it's cool.
Yeah, it was always really unexpected. And not to forget, you do owe Christian Freeland $8, and if you're listening, Christian, you're gonna get that $1, brother.
He is gonna get that. He needs to get that $1. I've been withholding. It's probably got some like what's it called there?
A little gratuity on.
Yeah, on top of it. Yeah, because like that was what 2016, so inflation.
Yeah,
so I probably owe him like $1.40 by now.
Yeah, you owe this man.
So all right, let's spin into this. Mainly, what we do here is we want to do like movies, video games, sports, memes, anything we want. But movies are a huge central part of it because that's where I get my bread and butter from is the movies. Mm-hmm. So I'm not a big horror movie fan. I'm just something about it. I don't care for them. I have enjoyed a few the last couple ones. Like I liked It, Get Out. I loved that movie. That movie was awesome. But that's kind of like, I guess it is horror, right? It's like horror thriller. And I was gonna see that movie Hereditary, but I figured I might as well outsource my horror movies to you.
Horror movies are my bread and butter.
That's your bread and butter right there.
That's my jam.
So I didn't see it. So just give me like the Cliff Notes rundown, because I'm sure that by now, spoilers. If you haven't seen it,
you haven't seen it, that's
it's kind of on you.
I'm gonna try not to completely ruin it for you.
That's good.
So it's an instant classic. The beginning of the movie is very eerie, but it takes a little while for it to pick up. It gets you really involved and attached to the characters, which a lot of movies I feel like forget to do that, because if you have no emotional attachment to the characters, you don't really care who dies. You don't care who survives.
Like, I don't like that guy. Kill him.
It becomes comical at that point. Like, dude, go over there, man. I want to see you get sliced up.
Yeah.
Like when you start getting attached to a character, you worry about all that stuff. I wasn't worried at first, and then like I started like getting involved, and then things just start happening. Yeah,
because that's what I did here is that it goes from like 0 to like 30 to like 30 to 100 like quick.
Yeah. That I honest to God, that's exactly how it went. If I were to put it in measurement, you know what I mean? Like 1 to 30 to 100, 110, 120, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, we talking like Super Saiyan levels, bro. We going into the thousands, man.
We're going into the stratosphere.
Like, yeah. And I don't know if you're into watching the DB. All right, that's another topic. We'll go somewhere else today. But for any horror Buffy out there, like, go check this out.
Yeah.
Please. Because if you've given up your faith on horror movies by now, which, you know, I wouldn't blame you if you did. We've got a lack of seriously good horror movies right now.
Yeah.
But this is definitely one to revive that flame. So in case that dies out for some of you guys, you will not be disappointed. You'll probably be scared as shit after you watch it. Let me know, or Dags know, how you feel about it. Because, definitely go down that road.
She had, like, was it, like, powers? Like, we can get into it.
Do you want to dive into it?
We can dive into it.
Okay.
Bit, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna.
I actually planned I was gonna watch it like yesterday or something.
Okay.
But I've been busy all weekend, and then I was like, you know what? I'll just have them explain it. And like I said, spoilers. If you haven't seen it and you really do plan on seeing it, I guess you can jump ahead.
I just had to adjust my seat real quick because I'm about to dig in.
I saw you getting ready over there. I was like, no, let's go into this.
Yeah, all right.
So feel free to skip ahead, like, you know, fucking 2-3 minutes or something. But
cool.
We're gonna do so. Spoilers.
All right, I'm gonna spoil the hell out of this.
Let's go.
All right, so the movie starts off with this family.
Mm-hmm.
And the mother has this odd relationship with her mother. Mother, you know, whatever.
Mother.
The mother. So she has an odd relationship with her mother. She passes. She never really even knew much about her mother, period.
Mm-hmm.
She just, you know, like when it came to the emotions or a mother being a mother, she kind of wasn't there in that department, but she loved her.
Yeah.
She definitely didn't do enough to make her hate her, but she didn't do enough to kind of, you know, have that feeling like, oh, my mom's the greatest. So when they're speaking their eulogy and all that, she's just kind of looking over at the crowd, and everybody is like, she's like, this is weird that all you people are here because my mother hardly knew anybody, or at least that's what it came across. At least that's how it came across, you know?
Yep.
So, the daughter, she has a daughter and a son and a husband. So the daughter starts, like, kind of seeing her grandmother places. And she's, like, you know, trying to tell her mother about it. And things just start getting really eerie. Things are starting to piece up. People are starting to come into their life, asking questions, and it just kind of sprawls off like that.
Yeah.
And so eventually you find out that her mother was in a witch cult, and that they're trying to resurrect Satan or this thing.
Yeah.
So they need a host, and that's what that son is for.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Like,
I got questions. Like, all right. So wait. So
it sounds so crazy the way I'm saying it, because it's not really.
Yeah.
You know.
I can kind of see how, like, because just from I saw extended trailers and stuff, so like it's kind of piece it together. So like, it's all right. No, just keep going. Then I'll ask a question.
So they basically need the son as a host to spawn whatever it is spiritually that they've been trying to arrive, you know, through this entire thing. And they're in a huge cult, and he's like the king, like he's the dude. Yeah. So things get really, really eerie and twisted after that.
So what does the little girl have to do with it? Is she?
She's just kind of this element in the movie that's like, so we're spoiling, right?
Yeah.
So she dies.
Okay.
She gets
just jumped right to it. Okay.
So I feel like this is her basis in the movie, because she doesn't even know she's dead. Afterward, they go to a what do they call those people that like when you're trying to get in touch with the dead?
Oh yeah, like the crossover people, like the
yeah.
Like John,
so they go and see one, and it's
Edwards,
funny that this woman came into their life because they're like, oh, we knew your mother, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll take care of you. Come over if you really want to get in touch with your daughter.
Yeah.
To the mother. Come over here. We can have a little. She's like,
JK,
I want to talk to my.
Satan.
Yeah. She's like, I want to talk to my daughter so bad. Bring
Yeah.
me. So she freaking talks to her daughter, and her daughter flips out, and she doesn't know where she is.
Okay.
She's panicking, flipping out. Things in the house start going wacky, crazy.
Yeah.
Shuts down, and then she's like, goes to her husband, and her husband is like, she won't drop this shit. So she's like, trying to tell him that, you know, go see this lady. We can get in touch with our daughter. So she brings everybody back there. And then that's when the spirit comes out and starts to try and possess the kid. Because everything is this kid's fault, because he was going to a party his mom wanted him to bring his the daughter because she didn't want him to drink or stay out late. He didn't give a shit. He brought his little sister to a party. He drank and got high. How old is the daughter? I think she's like 11 or 12 in the movie.
Okay.
And he's like older. He's got to be like, I don't know.
I'm just looking at stuff. Like I'm looking at this on my phone. So one thing that was kind of like weird. What's up with the daughter's like face? Like no like disrespect to the actor, the actress, but like that's like the creepiest part to me. I was like, yo, that's.
I forget what other movie she's in too. I've seen her in another movie.
Yeah.
And I mean, bless her.
But that adds that definitely they definitely casted that. Like, they add that they definitely cast her for like that was like part of it, like makes her look creepier too.
Oh, it does. But after she's gone, she's like you don't really see her anymore.
Oh, okay. So that's kind of like clickbaity. Like they kind of clickbait you with the movie.
Yeah, I mean she's unique looking, so you just kind of want to look at her, and then you're just like you notice you're intrigued by her acting skills, and you're like, oh wow, because she put it on this movie. Like I think the whole cast they put it on very well, and honestly, I haven't seen that movie for a second time, but I would love to. That's one of those films I just kind of not over it.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah.
Like that was a messed up movie. Yeah. That was a wicked messed up movie. I think me and my girlfriend went to go see it, and when we walked out of there, we were like, "I'm not okay." Like, are you okay? No. Like, what the hell just happened? Yeah. Oh my god.
Those are the best types of movies when it's like something.
Dude, like, the last movie I did that to was Avengers. You know, like we walked out of that movie theater like what the hell?
Yeah, exactly.
This movie has that same element. Yeah. You're attached to things. You're just like emotional with the character, you know? Like you walked out, I'll
watch it. I gotta watch it with somebody. And the main way I consume movies is like by myself. So I'm too much of a baby to watch horror movies by myself, man. Like even though I did fly through Black Mirror, which is not super horror,
Black Mirror was so good.
But it's like it's definitely
I just got into it. What is it on season 5? That was the latest.
No. So there's only 3 seasons.
Oh.
Yep.
It was season 3 though. I jumped in there. I never watched season 1 or 2.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Those episodes now we're on Black Mirror, so we gotta put a pin in that. But so yeah, all right. So if you were to score it, what would you?
I would score that movie a 9.5.
That high?
Out of horror movies, and I think the most recent horror movie I could give a 9 or 9.5 would be The Conjuring. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Of recent movies.
I don't think I've even ever saw one of those. Like I said, I am not.
Number 2 is kind of like, but number 1 is like, whoa.
I'm not a horror movie person at all. Yeah. Like I take it or leave it.
It definitely gets the thrills and the chills, you know?
Yeah, well, it's not even that. I feel like when I watch horror movies, like when I watch any movies.
Thrills and chills, 9.5.
I just kind of like, I break down like every movie when I watch them. Like as I'm watching them, I'm breaking them down. And like what's a mark of a good movie to me is when it gets me away from that. So if a movie can pull me away from like thinking, like I'll be like, oh, well, I don't know why they're doing this because this is totally stupid, like blah, blah, blah. But when a movie gets me where I'm like, oh, what am I watching? Oh my God, yeah, that's right. Like I haven't even been thinking. That's when I'm like, all right, this is a good movie because it's pulling me away from that. Yeah. Like that's some of the best movies I've had where I'm just like,
oh yeah.
Oh whoa.
Then please do yourself a favor, dude, and watch this movie. Even though you don't like horror movies.
And it's nothing like I'm not scared of them. It's just I don't care for horror movies. Like they never look like I'm just like all right. But I have heard a lot of good stuff. I was gonna watch it. I just haven't got around to it.
And I'm quick to give a cornball rating to a horror movie. Yeah. I'll let you know if that movie sucks. So everybody out here, like when you're listening to this, please watch that movie.
And the spoilers are done now. I'll timestamp when the spoilers were. So
and I didn't say what's at the very end, and it's a plot twist, and it's really crazy.
I like it.
So.
Right. Good.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean I think my other question was why do horror movies resonate for you? Because for me, like I said, most of the time, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, you can say this for any movie, but there is a lot worse. There's a lot more bad horror movies than there are good ones. Like. Yeah. There's some good horror movies. Like I said, I mentioned Get Out. I loved that movie. I thought it was awesome. But there's for every, Get Out or Hereditary or, like the Halloween movies, which honestly too aren't like good. They're just good. Like they're not like good movies, but they're like they're cult films.
I think why I'm so drawn to horror movies, and this may stem off to anybody else. Maybe I don't know if anybody can correlate to this, but horror movies, I feel like I'm so drawn to. I love October.
Yep.
Fall is like my favorite season.
Mm-hmm.
I love when the leaves are falling. Everything is kind of. I know when you say this, it sounds so morbid, but everything is dying.
Basic white bitch.
You know what I mean? Like, and everything is like.
Okay. You're going that. Oh, okay. I thought you were going.
It's all different.
Like basic chick. No,
it's all. Everything. But that's not what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at death and saying, "Ooh, it's dying." But I'm looking like it just looks so beautiful, and. Like, like if you get a rainy day, sometimes mist will pop up. And for some reason, a rainy, misty day, I would take over a sunny day some days.
I'm the same. Yeah, I like it rainy and cloudy and shitty. I should move to Seattle.
And I love how horror movies, have this way of bringing out that eerie feeling. And if whoever, depending on how they film the movie, how it looks, like, it just draws me to it. Like Halloween is like one of my favorite horror series. It's like right in October, right? You know what I mean? On Halloween, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like it I don't know, I'm drawn to it. Not just because of like Halloween or nothing, but you know what I mean? Like it's just like that that eeriness. I found like a comfort zone in it. Like I'm like just like, ooh, this movie's gonna be scary.
My mom is a huge horror movie
fan.
This. My mom's a huge horror movie fan, and like it's weird because I am the opposite. I'm like I have no time for this.
You can grab your popcorn and cuddle with your significant other and be keep each other grounded on the couch.
Yeah, I can't get into them. I'm like, they're usually bad, and I'm usually just like, what are you doing? Like, what? Don't do that.
Don't don't open that door.
Like, what is that?
You know what's in there.
Yeah, I don't know. And the other side of it too is like, there's been so many action movies lately that I'm burnt out on action adventure movies, like superhero movies and stuff. And like this whole year, I mean, there's been like what 5? Five. There's been 4 Marvel movies this year, and it's just like, God, I'm so done with them. Like I want another genre of movies to like really explode, because I feel
maybe you should dive into.
Yeah, like I said, I watched like 4 or 5 horror movies.
Sci-fi?
Yeah, I'm into definitely.
Sci-fi is my jam.
Sci-fi is good.
I love the future.
I love I love genres of movies, and like I will watch a good horror movie, but they're so few and far between to me that are good. And I like movies that are based on like actual events. That like documentaries are that's it for me. That's like that's some of my favorite stuff.
Yeah.
Like I just recently watched American Made with Tom Cruise, and that's the one where he's like the pilot, and I love that
real
type
story.
of stuff. Yeah, those are like. I
watched
just
that
awesome
movie.
movies.
My buddy was talking to me about it at work. I was like, wow.
Yeah. Did you see it?
Story. I saw it.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's good. Like,
it's good.
And it's weird because it's not really a Tom Cruise like movie. Because that was my big thing of like, I was kind of hesitant to watch it because I was like, here's Tom Cruise. He's gonna be running. He's gonna be doing something. He's kind of has that over the top kind of feel.
Legendary too.
But he plays it like. It doesn't feel like it's him in the movie. Like I had to remember, like at the end when he's doing the little when he has the camera on him and he's recording, like, and I was like, oh yeah, this is Tom Cruise. I forgot. Like, but I think it was really because there was a couple people I talked to who were like, I don't like Tom Cruise, so I wasn't interested in it. And I was like, valid point, okay, because Tom Cruise is one of those actors you can either really like his stuff or it's just
I've liked his material since like
some of them like the Mission Impossible movies have just got so.
I know I'm gonna catch a lot of flack for this one. Top Gun didn't do it for me.
Hey, me either really. So as a resident movie buff, which is wild that I would make these accusations, there are some movies that I have not consumed. I have not seen. I've consumed it. I've seen Top Gun. But I've never really
in my belly.
I've never really watched it. Like I've never really like sat down from beginning to end and watched it. I've seen like, I'll be browsing on like TNT and it'll be on and I'm like, oh, Top Gun, and I'll watch like the last 45 minutes of it or like the first half hour of it, but I've never just sat there and watched beginning to end of that movie.
Wow.
Yeah. So like a couple summers ago before I started this whole review thing, that's what I started doing. I started going back and just watching, like I had never seen The Godfather through and through. Yeah. I had never seen Stand By Me through and through. I had never seen. There was a couple of ones. Pulp Fiction. I'd never seen.
Oh.
Now remember, context to this.
Yeah.
Watching it and consuming it are different. Like I have seen Pulp Fiction, but I never watched it. Like I never sat down from beginning to end and watched it. I caught like first hour, last hour, kind of. Because when I watch movies, I like to watch the whole movie. I hate if I get up to go to the bathroom, I'm pausing it. Like I don't want to miss any of it. So there's some legendary movies that I've just never watched and sat down and gone through the whole thing like that. And that's Top Gun's one of them. I have never watched from beginning to end of that movie. It's always like first half hour, last hour, middle chunk in the middle.
You'll love Pulp Fiction once you consume.
Oh no,
it.
I did. I watched that. I already did that. Yeah, I did that. The ones
I've
I just
seen
listed
The Godfather
off.
either. Stand by Me, never seen.
Yep.
So
see,
I'm like,
you've seen it.
And I also half-ass a lot of movies.
Yeah,
I'll
you're
watch
famous
something
for it.
at night. Yo,
how many
seriously, remember
how many
that?
times at the old house we'd put on like Lord of the Rings or something, and this dude would fall asleep before they're even like
First 5-10 minutes. Hey, even till this day, I'm trying to watch movies. Like I tried to watch Fahrenheit 451.
51, yep.
And I liked it. I liked where it was going, and I just fell asleep. And I don't know why I fell asleep. I was so drawn to that movie.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to finish it.
Yeah. I can't see.
That's what my life is like. I can't wait to finish that movie.
I can't wait to finish the movie. Yeah, I can't. I have the opposite problem where once I put something on, it's like I can't not.
I wish I was like.
I wish I could fall asleep during it. Like I've fallen asleep during like a handful of movies, but for the most part, once I start a movie, that's it. I'm like, well, I'm either stopping it and ending it, but I hate doing that. But I'm either like finish it till the end, even if it's 4 a.m. and I'm dying of tiredness. Like,
I need to go sleep.
It's awful because like I'll put on Netflix and like I know I can't not watch something. So even if it's a show I've watched 8 times, so hint The Office, because that's all I watch on fucking Netflix.
Yeah.
But right now I'm like burning through Scrubs because I haven't seen Scrubs in a long time. But it's the worst if I put it like on at like 11 o'clock. I'm watching it until the episode's done, and then I have to shut my TV off.
You know what somebody said to me the other day, and it made a lot.
What'd they say to you?
Like it made a lot of sense to me. Like Scrubs, The Office, comedy shows.
Yep.
Comedy movies.
Because that's not your thing, right? You
that.
don't care for that stuff?
I don't like comedy. I never find it funny.
I don't like funny things.
No, like you know me, like and everybody knows me for being goofy and
you are
trying to be
joke.
funny. Yeah. Real talk. This is my friend. This is one of my best friends speaking.
Sidebar. I had somebody say this to me one time. They said, you should really be a little less serious. You should take yourself a little less seriously. And I was like, obviously this person doesn't know me. They just seen me at some point and was talking to me. And I was like thinking, okay. And I was like, motherfucker, if I took my life any less seriously, I'd be a clown. I'd be a birthday clown for a living, man. Like with a big red nose. Yeah, like
yo,
I can't believe they said that to me. They're like, you should really take your life a little less
where the records
a little less seriously. I was like,
everybody looking at you.
Well, dude, you clearly don't know me.
I really hate a third person party that's got a lot to say.
Yeah.
Because they're not in first person or they're not right next to you, I mean, they can be on the outside, but when I say that, I'm talking about people on the outside or, that's also another thing. It's like, you gotta mind your own business some of these days. And you know what? If you got something to say and if it ain't cool and you don't know that person. Yeah.
Well, see, that's why I do this podcast and I put myself on the internet. Like I was actually just thinking about this, probably like a couple weeks ago. I was scrolling through my timeline. I had seen like a picture and I was like, oh yeah, this meme I really like wanted to repost because it's just hilarious. It makes me laugh all the time. And I'm sitting there, I'm just scrolling down my timeline, which is, if you ever go on like, because I know a lot of people don't go on like the desktop and look at Facebook because everyone's just on their phone. But if you ever go on your desktop, you can like go by years and like breaks it down to months. So I'm in like September of 2014 and I'm just like, what? Who is this human? Like 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I thought I'm pretty much the same. I feel like apparently not. Scrolling back through my Facebook when I'm 26, I'm like, what the hell?
I know.
Are you saying?
Don't you feel embarrassed for yourself?
And
sometimes?
It's wild because like all you would have to do is just friend request yourself, or like somebody just has to friend request you, and they can literally scroll back the way that so much is put online. You could like see like you could like essentially see the evolution of yourself, like
yeah,
how mature you've become or immature you've become.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird. It's kind of sobering. Like, wow, I see where I was all these years ago, and like sometimes I'll see a post and I'm like, oh, like for the most part nowadays, especially, I just post whatever I want. Like if I feel like posting it, I post it. Like I don't put too much thought into something. So if like, and it's kind of contradictory because I like when I put thought into things, but if I post like a picture on Facebook or something, it's not necessarily exactly how I feel. It might just be funny to me, or it might just be funny to me, or like I think it's a good, like that one I posted last night. I was listening to that song on my phone, and I was like, I love these lyrics, and it kind of did a little bit have something to do, but not like, I don't know. It's contradictory because like most of the time I just see something funny and post it. Other times there is a little bit of meaning behind it, but you'll never know. I'll never tell you.
Yeah.
No, I
gotta have your little devious secrets.
Because I get that sometimes, man, from people. They're like, I saw you post this. What's this mean? And I'm like, yo, back up off a player. No. I'm like, no, honestly, it's like, and half the time if somebody asks me like, is that about me? I'll be like, yeah. Or I'll be like, no, it's not. It's about someone else, or it's about no one. Like,
oh man,
who cares, man?
I hate it when people play that role.
Yeah.
You know, or if like somebody's like upset at you and they start doing things to blatantly let you know that they're upset at you, but nothing comes out.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, what could somebody be upset with me for? You know, I'm pretty upfront with everybody. Mm-hmm. I don't hold anything back. If you're my friend, you know me.
Yeah.
You know, like. Yeah. So I always find it funny when somebody's mad at me.
Yeah.
I'm just like.
You can tell. You can like immediately tell. It's like,
and it's always an outsider. You know what I mean? It's always somebody that just don't know me enough to know that it's cool, man. Yeah. You ain't need to be mad at me. But.
Or you can just say it. Like
you could just say it.
But. Yeah,
but nobody got thick skin like us, man. Sometimes we go in, man.
And I think that
our friend group, like we don't hold anything back towards each other. We go straight, you know.
That's.
But we make it humorous.
That old saying where it's like
but somebody might get slapped
with friends like the old saying like with friends like us, who needs enemies? Yeah, it's like never been more true in like our friend group. It's like, and I think.
I can look at my phone and probably look up the last text Heavy sent me. It was probably like, "Fuck you, let's grab a beer."
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's calmed down a lot more since we all kind of don't live together anymore. Yeah. Because like that pressure pot of like friendship is
don't move in with your best friends.
Oh, don't do it. Don't not do it. Unless you're.
You guys will still be friends afterward, but
unless you're both in an equal situation, like working schedule, significant others.
Yeah, because all that comes into play.
Because all that comes into play. It's wild.
Usually
how much,
it's like once a woman really comes into
that kind of
or
stuff
working
up.
Weekends, not having weekends off, and
or
everybody
it's just
else
like
has
generally,
weekends.
and
that's actually I think that's probably bigger.
Yeah, it's your working schedule because it's like and where you are in life too. There's a lot of factors that make good roommates for people. Like if you like to play video games and you live with somebody who doesn't, that's just not gonna work. Or if you like to be a homebody. And the other person's like, I want to be out with people all the time. It's not going to work.
I mean, even having a girlfriend can trail on past living with somebody.
Yep.
They can just be like, oh, why aren't you hanging out no more? Oh, you know, when you get a girlfriend, you just do domesticated shit.
Just don't live with people. Just don't do it. Don't do it.
You know, you know. It's one of those things. Everybody's supposed to get it.
Yeah. I just recently started living on my own after having a roommate for 10 years, and
so beautiful, isn't it?
Oh my god, it's so much. It's weird too because like it's not too much different because where me and him were, we did two separate things and we were hardly at home at the same times anyway. So living on my own now doesn't feel like a complete oh my godness, but it is that that other half of the time when there's nobody there. If I clean and leave things the way it is the way it is when I come home. Like I came home from when I went up to Al's house a month ago, and I went up there for 2 nights. Yeah, it was for my birthday. I went up for 2 nights, and it was just like when I got home, everything was where it was when I left it, and I had made sure I cleaned like everything when I came home. It was beautiful. It was just beautiful. When I get home from work, it's quiet. I don't have to worry about like if someone's gonna be here or something. Like it's just.
Or somebody, awesome, fucking a beetle crawled up their ass and they're sitting there like, I'm going to piss on my roommates today.
Yeah.
And this was in reference to you guys because you guys were pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's some people out there that'll definitely turn that music up.
Yeah, and it's just you don't have to worry about anything. I do miss like back in the days when we used to live right here, actually, right where I live now. But I do kind of miss those times because it was like there's never a boring moment. Like, and it hasn't happened to me too much because I've been super busy with just doing stuff. I'd say since I moved in here in March. Yeah, the day after St. Patrick's Day. That was a bad move.
When I look out at this street, like coming in,
it brings back memories. Yeah,
mad memories. Like I'm like, oh, I remember when that happened. I remember when that happened over there.
It is kind of weird. It's serendipitous living here.
That block party though, my block party for my birthday.
That wild. But yeah, so it's only been a couple days where it's like, you know, when you get that like that just serial boredom where you're like, I don't want to do anything.
Nothing can fix it.
Like, it's the word. Like I'm like, I can do anything I want. Like I could hit people up if I wanted to, but I don't want to. But I also don't want to sit here and be bored. Like you
can't play your favorite game.
Yeah, like I just don't want to do anything. I'm like, I could watch a movie, I could play games, I just don't want to do any of it. I don't want to do anything. And it's only happened a couple of times when being here, and I know that, you know, if you have roommates and stuff, it's like you'd be like, hey, what are you doing? Or like somebody's got a friend over. So like there are times where I miss that. Like there's always something happening. You can never really be bored. Versus like, you know, people are always at your house. Like you're like, oh, can I get some peace and quiet?
Yeah,
it's
I
like
liked
that
how
balance.
Spontaneous it was.
But I do miss that.
That's the only thing that I would. You're right.
Yeah.
You hit it right on the head.
And it's like those days where you're like, I'm kind of bored, and then someone's just like,
I got something cool.
Okay, cool. Like, like it was so many times when I go downstairs and she'll like borrow and stuff, and just, you know, watching a movie and just having a blast, just sitting around, dinking around and stuff. And I feel like that kind of stuff.
When I voice on like the experience, I'm like, it was like a bachelor pad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We
live with like what, 5 dudes?
6 of us.
6 dudes?
6 of us. Yeah.
6 of us.
6 of us.
Man, those parties were. Oh my God, the funny stories.
And it was wild there. And like I wish
the funny, the bad, the ugly.
It's this, and this is like this is a great starter episode because this explains where my head is at with this whole thing. Because it's like I look back at that time and I'm like, God, dude, I wish I did this back then. Imagine like how
the material,
the content I could have got. Oh my God, like I guarantee you, I would be way like my success measured in like subscribers and view counts would be it would be astronomical for all of us because it's so much. No. I'm not in a bad way. I'm just saying that it would be somewhere, but at the same time, I wasn't ready to do that sort of thing, and so that's now why I want to just, you know, recant some of the stories that we had from there. Like that's what I'll be doing on this podcast too.
Yeah,
I have thousands of pictures on my computer, and I kind of want to just
and if we ever create a budget, we can make a nasty TV show.
Yeah, there you go.
My first partake in comedy.
Yeah, period. Right. There we go. No, it's just so it's like this is how it is. All right, so we're flying here. We're cooking. We got a lot of material here. But all right, so I gotta dive into this. So normally, how this will probably kind of go when I have guests on is I'm not gonna stay too current with times because I want this to be able to be posted at any point in time. Yeah. But we got to talk about this. I got a bone to pick with these challenges things, man. What is this called? The In My Feelings? That's the name of the song, right?
Yes.
And that's the challenge.
Did you see this freaking doctor that's exploding because he did some kind of he did the like literally before I headed to your house. Yeah. I passed by the kitchen, and boom, this dude is on Channel 12 News or 7. I don't know, whichever one it was. Fake news. No, I'm just kidding. But this dude is on there freaking doing the dance and everything.
It's like...
And then they're like, are you single? Oh, no, I've been married for 13 years. His wife pops up in the picture. Oh, man. All those little heartbreaks.
But like, oh, my God. What is...
Make sure you bring your tissues to sleep tonight. You're going to need them.
What is that? Like,
Girl,
why is...
Plural.
I understand, okay... Like if somebody I don't know how anybody makes that connection. Like, oh, this part of the song, I'm gonna jump out of my. Does Drake do that dance? I'm not super informed.
I've never seen the video. I did see Will Smith like get up on some bridge.
If you to
like
be clear, if you don't know what this is, it's the song In My Feelings.
I probably do it too, but anyway,
it's a song In My Feelings.
Not to the challenge.
Is it In My Feelings?
In My Feelings.
Okay, and it's the part.
I love that song, by the way.
It's a good song, but why stop getting out of your cars and dancing, man? Like,
yeah, like this dude made enough money on that song alone. Like,
yeah, it's
like
just
all you're doing is filling this man's pocket
it's not even
up.
that. It's like,
and,
yo,
and it's
how
like,
many times are we gonna see the same damn thing? Like, there's the one with the sexy girl doing it, and then there's the one with the kid who's good at dancing doing it.
And
then
not
there's
that I
the
have
one.
a problem with that.
Then there's
I'm
the one
just saying.
then there's the one where the kid gets out and falls, and then there's the one where the girl gets out and falls, and it's funny, and you're like, okay. And then I see it again, and I'm like, then the police officer's doing it,
or
and then
something
the freaking,
comedic, like
the
somebody
Pope is doing it, and then Trump's gonna do. It's like, stop doing it. Like, it's you know what? It's that between that and the text pictures that start playing that stupid song. Like it plays music when you scroll over it on Facebook. And it's like, if you can't have me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Or like, get someone.
I think that's my most hated quote.
That's the trigger right
of
there, man.
all time.
Oh my God.
What's your most hated quote of all time
all right,
that you see on a frequent basis?
If you're here
and
listening,
we're talking on a stretch.
If you're here listening to this, because I know we're 40 minutes in, we're deep cut people here now. So these are the true fan deep cut people. If you have a quote that just gets to you, I want you to drop it down below. I'll bring it up next week. Because I think mine is realize.
Yeah.
That just kills me, and I won't say who it is, and we know who it is that had it, but one of my friends bought it on a T-shirt, and I wanted to rip it off of him.
Yeah.
I want to just rip that shirt. Like, that's the one. That's
because
you
know they're looking themselves in the mirror later on that night and tapping their forehead like
realize.
Like,
It's
chill, homie. Let's not get out of
I hate you. I hate everything about that. But the
Like,
one when you're scrolling down is a do. Like I'm like it instantly pisses me off when I see any of those stupid quotes, and so many people on Facebook post those. I know, and here's the thing. I'm not gonna hate. That's your prerogative. You want to post random garbage on Facebook, someone's got to do it. Someone's got to do it though. Somebody's got to be the person that posts random garbage on Facebook all the time.
And if you ain't hated, you ain't loved.
And hey, yeah.
In order to hate somebody, you must have hated. You must have loved them at some point.
Yeah, because I'm like, I wish I could share more things. Maybe I guess. Maybe it's
well,
like.
I mean, that's not the case all the time, because I'm sure there's some people that you fucking hated right off the bat. We won't go into that one.
I have some people that I won't unfriend because I know them.
Yeah.
But I have to unfollow them so like you don't see their posts, because it's like, yo, enough. Like, enough of this. And another thing, the downside to like what I do, and is that like my thing is trying to connect to more people, because to grow my audience, I need to connect to more people. But the weird thing is I don't really like people. So it's just hard. It's hard. I'm super contradicting, because I have to try and like be more social and be connecting with more people. But at the same time, a lot of things that people do piss me off. So, but it's all in fun, I guess. I just want a platform to kind of crap on those people who do that. Like, the person that just posts the like.
And over again.
It's like
there's some emotional people on Facebook.
Yeah. Oh
like,
my God.
Literally, like, I know this sounds so like shallow and weird, but like, I honestly like look at people's like mannerisms and people's, habits to like their, like, if they're posting 1 minute about like how great shit is, and then like a half hour later you're all spoiled. And then like a half hour later, it's the happiest day of your life, and nothing else fucking matters.
It's like, what fucking
like
what roller coaster is going on? What roller coaster is going on in your head?
We got us a head case. Let's latch on, boys.
Like,
no, but
what is going on in your head that's like, I just love when like this happens, and then it's like, I fucking hate you, and then it's like, I love, but like, I just want to be treated like the queen that I am.
Yeah,
and
it's like,
you niggas ain't shit.
Be decisive. like, choose your struggle, man. You can't keep jumping around like this.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's
entertaining.
It's bittersweet though, because sometimes it's really entertaining.
Yeah. No, it's
like,
entertaining for
said.
me. It's great for me. I'm like, I'm loving this. This is hilarious. But I
love to clue in, because I'm like, oh, it's so fucked.
Yeah. It's like. Oh my God.
I mean, if I appreciate you enough, I'm laughing with you, but if I don't, I'm laughing at you. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Okay, we're getting there. I think we're at the point we're gonna cut this. All right, so yeah, you follow Matty. I don't know if you want to drop your Snapchat or anything like that, or Facebook.
I
whatever.
don't even remember any of my stuff, but my Facebook actually is Matty DeRosa. So if you don't know me.
A wonderful guest. If you want to follow the show on Facebook, Mike Daggs Reviews. If you want to jump on, it's Mike Daggs Reviews now on my YouTube. I used to have it Mad 101, but I changed it up. It's just Mike Daggs Reviews now. So it's Mike Daggs Reviews. Facebook, YouTube helps me out a lot more than Facebook does. I can actually get paid from YouTube. And nice. Castbox is where I'll be putting this up if you want to listen. But like I said, Matty, you've been a awesome host. First episode, awesome.
Way to break it in, brother.
You will come back.
Always a pleasure.
You're always welcome.
And shout out to my girlfriend. She's a bum.
All right, guys. Next week will be someone, if not just me. Who knows? You'll get more of my voice into your ears. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for clicking. Thank you for following. Subscribe if you haven't. I will talk to you guys next week. Love you. Peace.
Continue. He's gonna blow like a volcano. Yeah.